What's up, everybody? Welcome to Urban Crawlers. On this video, we're going to be installing the Rock Crawler Kit or Rock Light Kit from INJORA, and I'm going to explain a couple things because I had a little bit of issues. So with that being said, let's get to it. All right, so I got my High Trail TRX-4M High Trail here, and this is going to be the K10 version. And this video will work for any TRX-4M you have. All the way to the monster truck and everything. This will fit on any one of the TRX-4Ms out there right now. All right, so real quick disclaimer, the switch that I have for some reason doesn't work. I don't know what's up with it. It came in the mail like that. This is not a sponsored video or anything. I purchased this and that's how it came in the mail. I personally don't feel like emailing them and dealing with that. I'm just not that type of way. 9 times out of 10, these things happen, and I'm like, whatever. If it was a bigger product, I'd probably say something about it. But any which way, we get that in every kit because they have about 4 different kits on their website. This kit was about $13.99, I believe, on INJORA's website. So in the kit, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zip ties. All right, or in my kit anyway, I got 8 zip ties. You get the controller, which that's what this is. Clicky clicky click click click. And I'm starting up a membership, basically membership channel or whatever. Join the memberships and everything. I made the video and you can see me testing that thing up and down and trying to get it to work. It didn't work, so I told everybody on the membership that I'm not even going to try to put it in, but they seen me test it out. All right. So now you get the light kit, which is really cool. Let's switch over to the overhead and let me bring it in and show you guys what's going on. So these LED lights are long and flat. As you can see, INJORA made a nice little housing for them to hold into with an awesome bracket. So if you're on the website and you see M2.0 or M1.4, I believe it is. The 2.0 is more for the TRX-4M 118 because the size of the bracket diameter is different. Then the other ones are for like the SEX 24s and everything, 124 scales. So that's what it's going to be. It's just going to be this whole diameter is going to be different. I believe, from my understanding and everything. So those are the difference. That's why there's 4 of them. And then the kit comes in a 2-light kit. So you get 2 lights and the plug, right? And then you get a controller, which, like I said, every kit just has a controller in it. And then that comes in the 2 different sizes. And then you get the 4-light kit, which is this one, and then another one just with the different hole diameter for the sizes and everything. So now if you want to get really intricate with it, you can see the circuitry on this side, and then if you look at the front and rear, it has these little bolts in there that actually are holding the LEDs in place. Okay, so now that actually is their 0.9 millimeter Allen wrench will work for these lights. So if you want to unscrew these lights and take these bulbs out and use these housings for something else, by all means. If you want to take some hot glue and cover that up to just to make it that much more waterproof, by all means, go ahead and do that. All right, so now let's get to hardware and putting it, installing it and everything. So now you get all this crazy hardware, which you have, it looks to be a couple of different size bolts and then a couple of different size nuts. All right, so nuts and bolts, you get all that included with the kit, but do you need all that? Not really. What we need is a 1.5 millimeter Allen key. All right, real quick, remove your body off the top of your truck. Don't forget to unplug your lights. And this will work secondary to your light kit if you haven't already Traxxas light kit on your body and everything. If you have both of these, guys filled up, then you're gonna need a splitter to 1 to 2. So 1 male to 2 females, and then you'll be able to use it. Other than that, you should only be using one of these right now, unless you have a TRX-4M and you're running a light kit and the lights that come in the bumper. Then you're gonna need a splitter, and I believe they do have the splitters on their website, not 100% sure. But anyway, let's get to it, and let me show you guys what we're gonna be doing to install these. So in the front, it's fairly easy. This back screw right here holding onto the front bumper is the one that we're going for. So I'm gonna remove this one right here and show you guys. Counterclockwise is gonna take that out for us, right? We're gonna grab a light. We're gonna put the screw into the light so you can see how I'm doing it. And then we're gonna screw that back in. And to get that back in is gonna be clockwise. Right? So real quick, I'll show you guys how that looks once it stops blaring up. All right. Real simple and easy. That's how you want to just attach them real quick. You don't have to use the hardware that they gave you. And it's simple. We're going to switch the truck over to the other side so I can get this front one put in. All right, so counterclockwise, you're going to get that out. We're going to go through the bracket. Where the numbers are on the bracket is what's going to be facing the actual frame. So we're going to line that up a little bit and cinch it down. You can basically get them on an angle, and depending on where you want to be, you can adjust them and then tighten them up. They don't got to be crazy tight. They just got to be snug. So I have those in those places right there. Hope you guys can see that. We got 1 right in the front right there, 2 right in the front right there, and we're gonna reverse the truck and get to the rear, and we're gonna go for those same bolts, which is gonna be the one closest to the strut, and counterclockwise is gonna remove that. All right, and then we're gonna get one of the brackets. Now, if you had just a 2 light kit, you would have been done already. So as you can see, we got the bracket with the light. We're screwing it in right there. All right, so that one's done. We're gonna go on the opposite side. And the same screw, we're gonna go after that one right there, the first one closest to the strut. We're gonna go through the actual light housing again. I know it sounds repetitive, and it is. But if you know me, I like to do the step-by-steps are real. And that's nice and tight. So now basically what you want to do is angle them, as you can see here. Angle them towards the actual suspension. If you want them facing directly down, by all means, angle them directly down. If you want them facing outwards or whatever, it's your vehicle. Do what you want. All right. So now I have all this wire here. I'm going to just put this plug in, and the black, let's zoom in here. So you can see I got the black cable here, is going to go all the way towards this strut. If not, you're just matching it up with this plug for the servo. And we can put it in either or spot, because if it focuses, it says lights. So these are just both accessories. So we're going to plug that in there. All right. And then we're going to plug in our truck lights behind that, like so. If you have to have the adapter, you got to get the adapter. Like I said, now what we're going to do is we're going to grab a battery, throw it into place, strap it down. and I do not have my controller on. So right now you're supposed to throw your controller on. I'm gonna use this spacer so that way if it wants to drive away, it can't because the wheels are not touching the floor. So now you just plug it in, and the second you plug it in, the lights are gonna go on, and then you put your body on top. And as you can see, let me lower the lights in here. As you can see, we have the rock lights that are shining perfectly down on the ground. All right. Unfortunately, they don't blink or breathe right now or anything because the switch itself, this thing was not working. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll keep you guys up to date if there's any progress, or if I get another kit and it works, I'll do another video and everything. So that's how the rock lights work. They look awesome. They're bright, very, very bright. So if you're using the rock lights and say this area you want it to be lit more, basically more in the front, just get in there and angle them more towards the front, and as you can see, it'll light up more towards the front. The headlights are not on, so it is no headlights there. And then let me put them back on an angle the way I had them onto the suspension. So you see how it eliminates the light there because we want the lights on the suspension. All right. So let me lighten it up in here. Other than that, if you guys want to, just take a chunk of this, fold it up nice and neat, and then just hit it with a zip tie, and it'll keep everything out of place. This light kit is not staying in this truck because I want it for another truck. I know exactly what truck I'm gonna put it in, but this truck is one of my most stock vehicles other than the rims. All right. So my name is Hugo. Thank you guys for watching Urban Crawlers. Don't forget, I have a membership thing that I'm starting up. So keep a lookout for that little join button. If you click on it, don't be afraid to click on it. It'll tell you what you get for the membership. Other than that, I'll explain to you guys what videos are going to be for the membership, which is almost everything behind the scenes and stuff like this for my members. And hopefully I can cut out the background when they're cutting a tree down. All right. With that being said, my name is Hugo once again with Urban Crawlers. Thank you guys for watching. Later.